Hey everybody, welcome back to Samsung in a Minute, the channel that trains you on your Samsung Galaxy devices in 2 minutes or less. Today we're going to talk about your quick settings, how to set it up and put it in order, reorganize for your day-to-day use and actually show the settings that you want to show. So first off, let's just look at this thing when you pull it down once. It's going to show the first 6 quick settings that you're able to change and go through. Now, if you pull it down one more time, you're going to see a pretty wide range of settings that you can go inside of quickly, and then also maybe another screen or two. Now, how I have mine set up is let's first go underneath the button grid. Now, when you first get the phone, you might see one that's, a 3x3 or 4x3, and so now I got 3 pages of settings, and these things are called quick settings for a reason, a way to get into the settings quickly. So if I'm scrolling through all of these pages, this is not quick. So for me, I put it as a 5x3. So no matter how many quick settings you have, it's all going to be on 2 pages. So the next one you want to do is click on that little 3 buttons, go to button order, and then on the very top are the ones that are not shown. So you can still go through all the settings through the normal settings menu, but let's say that there's some of these that you don't use. So maybe Smart View is one of those that you don't need to have up there. So now you have less icons that will show when you actually go through all of your quick settings. But now you want to go through and really put in what you use the most, kind of towards the front of the page. Now, I would say if there's anything on the front page that you don't really use, so let's say mobile data. Once it's on, it's already on. I'm going to place it there. Now, the next one I'm going to do is let's say that we go into secure folder. I'm going to place that one again towards the very bottom. So this way, any of these settings that I move over, those move over to the second page, which you'll see here in a second. So let's say that we want to move over, let's go with the always on display. And we move that one right over here. You can see that one of them was already knocked off. And then just to move one more over, I'm going to move this one, place that one towards the very bottom, and there we go. So now what's going to happen is those 2 that I didn't really need to have on that front page, you noticed, went over to the second page, and all the ones that I want to have on my main page is sitting right here. Today we're going to talk about what happens when you do wireless charging on your Samsung Galaxy devices, and you may hear the wireless charger's fan running. Now let's say that maybe this bothers you, and really the only time that this happens is if you go to bed and you charge your phone at night. Now me personally, I don't do that. I charge my phone during the day. I never charge it over the night. But if you're one of those that notices the fan is trying to cool your phone, but you're also trying to sleep and you want the fan to go away, here's a setting that you can change. If you pull down the notifications panel, click on the settings icon, you're going to scroll down to where it says device care. Now inside of device care, click on battery, and then inside of battery, go to the very top right-hand side and click on settings. Scroll all the way down and you see this option here underneath charging. Fast wireless charging. If you were to turn this off, even though you're turning off the fast wireless charging, you'll also be turning off the fan that is needed to charge your phone fast because you don't want your phone to kind of get warm and anything else. So you can read it here. Charge your battery faster. You may hear a fan noise while using fast wireless charging. If fast wireless charging is off, standard wireless charging will be used instead. So if you're going to bed and you're going to be sleeping, you don't need this thing to charge fast anyways. You don't need it to charge up in 45 minutes or an hour and 11 minutes. You're going to bed for hopefully 6, 7, or 8 hours. So if you turn off this one little feature, then you will notice that it will not have the fan run because it's not doing fast wireless charging, but it's going to charge your phone as you sleep and it's going to do it safely. Today we're going to talk about secure folder. So this will be a quick version of this. I'll probably have to reshoot this, put this onto the main channel of Jimmy's Promo so we can go a little bit more in depth. But secure folder is a way that you're able to have everything on a lockdown. You can almost think as secure folder as a second profile or a second phone. So you can think of this one as your personal device, and then this way all of your text messages, your images, everything is on your personal side, even Facebook and stuff like that. But then when you go inside of secure folder. This one can almost be either a work phone or something that you have to hide a few things. For example, let's say that I needed to take an image of something I need to buy for Christmas. So if we look at this one, it's not going to be on the personal side of the phone that other people can see. So with Christmas coming up, secure folder might be something you might want to play with. And then also with the applications, any of these that is on your personal side, you can bring over. And then let's say that we just want to do Facebook. And then you hit on add. So now it's going to be right there. So really fast on the very top right hand side, you can lock it instantly. So let's say you're done using this, you can hit on lock. If you wanted to customize it, so this is where you can see what your little logo is and also the name of the folder. If you don't want this to be called secure folder, then you can just say, something else, like you can call this Yahoo, something that probably people don't use. And then this way it is a little bit more secure. So I'm just gonna hit on cancel at that moment. And then the last one is gonna be inside of the settings. You do wanna make sure that this one is locked down, so you can use PIN or fingerprints. Beforehand, when we talked about how you're able to lock it from the app itself, there's a auto lock secure feature. So let's say that you wanted it to maybe lock down after 5 minutes, then you can do that. Or when the screen turns off or when you restart the phone. For me, I do it immediately. The moment I'm out of this little application, let's say, or this secondary phone, it's going to lock it instantly. And there's another way that you can either show it or not. So this is going to be shown in my app's screen. If you turn this off, you will not see that little app icon. So you have to go inside of your settings, biometrics and security, and then you'll see your secure folder. So if you have a job with some information that is, confidential inside of maybe Word or Excel, PowerPoint, things like that, then you're able to, make sure it's completely hidden. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite features on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and that is the double tap to wake feature. It's a way you're able to double tap the screen to wake it up. So this way you can either check out your notifications, it can read your face for unlocking your device, and also showing you where to place your fingerprint to unlock your device. But mostly I use double tap to wake in order for me to unlock it via the face unlock. So let me show you how you're able to turn this on. If you pull down the notifications panel, click on the settings icon, and you're going to scroll down to where it says advanced features. Inside of advanced features, you're going to scroll down just a little bit more underneath motions and gestures, because you are basically using a gesture of double tapping to wake. So right here is the setting you want to toggle on with that little blue icon. So you turn on the screen when you double tap it. So it's a really simple, easy video today. And it's mostly one of those that is going to be something that is convenient for you, because maybe you don't want to use lift to wake or any other way that you're able to turn on your phone. If you do a simple double tap, and then this way, once you look at it, it'll unlock pretty much instantly. Today we're going to talk about always on display. And there's one way that you can conserve battery and another way that you'd be able to have the convenience of always seeing the date, the time, and notifications. So the way that I have my always on display set up is a way that it's able to conserve battery, and if I want to see notifications, I can do it with a simple tap. So how I have mine set up is that if you pull down the notifications panel, go inside of the settings and underneath lock screen, then you're going to see this option here for always on display. Tap on those words, and then you have 3 different options. First off, you can have it to where it is a tap to show, which is the way that I have mine set up. So once you tap the screen once, it'll show it for 10 seconds, which is not draining the battery. Now, if you have this option here, that just means you want to have the convenience of always being able to look at your phone at any point in the day, and you'll be able to see the date, the time, and any notifications. It will take a little bit of battery. And you can also go another way, which is show as scheduled. So let's say that you only want it to be shown when you're at work. You can do that for 8 hours and just put in your set schedule right here. Or if you want to have it maybe after work and you just want to check it out when you're at home, then that's going to save you some battery as well. So this is just a way that you're able to set a schedule, or you'd also be able to have it as show always, and mine is tap to show. So for me, all I'd have to do, as you've seen at the beginning of the video, is give one tap. It's going to show up. And if I show you the other way of always on, and if you do switch it to the always on option, once you hit on your little power button, or if your screen times out, it's just going to pop up like this. And you can also set your brightness to be a auto brightness, so it doesn't have to be as bright if you're in a area with lower light. Today I'm going to show you a quick way of going inside of your notifications panel. So out of the box, what would happen is that if you did not turn on this setting right here, anytime that you swipe down or if you swiped up, it would pull up your application tray. But because these phones are getting larger and taller as every year goes on, it might be a little bit harder for you to go all the way to the top to pull down the notifications panel. So then you can just get into either your quick settings or reply back to a message. How you're able to turn this on is that you press and hold anywhere on the screen that is empty, and then you go into home screen settings. Now inside of here, you're going to see this option right there that says swipe down for notifications panel. And that is it. The thing that's amazing about this one is that it doesn't matter where you are. You can be over here. You could be down here on the bottom left-hand side. You could be in the middle. No matter where you are, you can go anywhere on the screen and swipe down. Makes it super easy and convenient. Now, if you swipe it down once, you'll be able to see your notifications and your quick setting on one line. Pull it down one more time, and you have all of them. And also when you swipe up, it'll still go into your application tray. So this is just a fast way to go inside of the application tray. Swipe down, you're inside of your notifications. Today we're going to be talking about setting up your navigation bar. Now there's two ways of getting inside of that settings screen. If you pull down the notifications panel twice and you look inside of your quick settings, you'll probably see one right here that is called navigation bar. If you press and hold on the icon, it'll take you into the settings. And the other way is by pulling down the notifications panel, clicking on the settings icon, and then on display. As you scroll down underneath the display, you're going to see the one right here called navigation bar. Now there's two different ways or two different navigation types. You can either have buttons or gestures. Now the way that mine is set up is with the buttons. This one for me is a little bit easier. It's just a little simple tap to do the operation of back, home, or recents. Now if you want to use the other one, you'll be able to use gestures. Now underneath gestures, you can have it set up, the same way with the, left-handed, right-handed, or if you're used to Samsung phones or LG phones. But basically when you look at the full screen gestures, there's a way that you're able to either have the hints or not have the hints. If you want it to be simply black on the bottom, nothing there at all, and you know exactly that this is the home, and you know that this right here is the recents, then you're able to use it that way. But some might want to have the hints there just to take a look at. Now let's say that you are maybe left-handed and you wanted to have your back button on the left side. So for if you are holding the phone with your left hand, it's simple just to hit that little simple back button. Now the way that mine is set up is with the navigation buttons, and I have it set up right here with the right hand side being the back button, home, and recents. This is just what I'm used to. I am right-handed, so simple tap back is what I use. If you're used to LG phones or you're left-handed, then you can put it on this one where the left icon over here is the back icon, home, and recent. So home will always be in the center. Today I'm going to show you where I get all of the wallpapers for my Galaxy Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. Now this is a question that I literally get every single day. Hey Jimmy, where did you get that wallpaper? Hey Jimmy, where did you get your background? Where did you get that one on your lock screen? Where did you get that on your homepage? So the place that I get all of mine downloaded is going to be from an application called Reddit. Now Reddit is a website. You can go to reddit.com, but I just use the application because it's much easier because I'm really only using it for Note 10 wallpapers. So on the very top, you want to hit on the search button and search for Note 10 wallpapers. Now, once you have this one searched for, you just want to scroll down and try to find something that kind of looks good and cool. Now, you also want to make sure that you find a large image. So this one right here is not one to really download, but here's one that you can get. This is a pretty large, tall image. You tap on it one time, tap on it again, and you can see exactly what it's going to look like. And you can see that his eye pupil is right in the center of my camera. So if you tap the screen once, so you can pull this right back up, the information. On the top right-hand side, go to Save. And then once you have this one saved, go inside of your gallery, which is this application here. And when you have it downloaded, I moved a lot of mine to Wallpapers. So I just made a folder called Wallpapers. But if you get it downloaded from Reddit and you don't move it, it's going to be inside of a Reddit folder. And so here you can see just a couple more that I have downloaded from Reddit. Now, if you're looking at one of these images inside of your gallery and you want to set this one as your wallpaper, just go to the very top right-hand side and click on Set as Wallpaper. And then choose it if you want it to be lock screen or your home. And you can also do both. Now, once you have it saved, you want to make sure that this motion effect is turned off. If motion effect is on, it will not be centered where it's supposed to be. It's going to move around and it's going to pretty much look weird. This is where you just hit on save as wallpaper. And then once you get back home, this is your brand new wallpaper that you got from the application called Reddit. Today we're going to talk about Air Command. So Air Command is essentially a tool on the right hand side that gives you shortcuts to applications. So there is a couple ways you can get inside of Air Command. The first way is by pulling out the S Pen and it pops up automatically. And the other way is that if you did have that feature turned off to where it does nothing when you pull the S Pen out, then all you'd have to do is tap on that little floating icon. Or if you hover your S Pen over the screen, you can see that little white dot on the screen. Well, if you press on the S Pen button when that little dot is visible, then your Air Command will pop up. So first, let's go inside of the settings because you might want to look at some of the settings, right away. First off, if you don't see your floating icon, this is where you can turn it on. And also the other setting to look at is what happens when you pull out the S Pen. So this is a way that if yours is set up to do nothing, but you do want Air Command to pop up instantly once the S Pen is basically removed, then you can have it that way. So there is the two settings. And again, it is all underneath Air Command. And then this option right here inside of settings is your shortcuts. So you can go through here and you can add more applications in, or you can get rid of them. Now you are able to have a maximum of 10 application shortcuts on the right hand side. So let's just take a look at what this looks like over here. When you do pull it out or you open up Air Command, everything's going to be black over here. Your settings icon is there and all your shortcuts is sitting here. Now, if there's any of these that you would like to move around, you can actually bring this one all the way to the top if you use Smart Select a ton. And also if you love to do some of the coloring features, you can also bring that up. Now, if you want to add more, you can also just click on that little plus button and it takes you to that shortcut page. And so again, the maximum you can have is 10. So if I try to add more than that, it's just going to say that you can't. You can also rearrange all of your icons here. So if you want glance to kind of be moved up a little bit more because maybe you don't use live messages, then now this is how you're able to have it set up. So again, if you press on that little button once, as you see the icon, it'll pull it up. And then all you got to do is just select one of these. And right here, I'm going to do Smart Select. So I'm just going to select this area. And then now I can share it, I can write on it, and a whole bunch of other things. So this was just a high overview of what Air Command is. I'm not going to go in depth of all of these here because that's made for a regular full-length video on Jamia's promo. Today we're going to talk about Smart Lock, but more specifically, trusted devices. It's a way that you're able to unlock your phone as you're connected to something via Bluetooth, so you don't have to go through your lock screen credentials. So as of right now, you can see that if my phone is turned off and I try to get inside of my phone, I have to go through the credentials of either biometrics, fingerprint, face unlock, or my PIN. But if you would want to get into your phone because you're at a trusted location, maybe possibly connected to a Bluetooth device, then you're able to go inside your phone with a simple swipe. So to turn this one on, you want to go inside of your settings on the very top right-hand side and scroll down to where it says Lock Screen. Now inside of Lock Screen, just head over into Smart Lock and type in your credentials. Once inside of Smart Lock, there is 4 options, but the one that we're going to talk about today is trusted devices because I found that this one has no issues, no hiccups, and works every single time. Now I have 3 different devices connected via Bluetooth, and once that they are actually connected and running, then I don't have to unlock my phone. So for example, here is the Galaxy Buds. Let's say that we open this one up. I'm at home listening to music. I'm doing phone calls. I'm at the gym. Maybe I'm even connected to, let's say, the Bluetooth in my vehicle, and I don't want to keep going through and unlocking my phone, which you shouldn't be on your phone when you drive anyways. But we're going to talk about when you're at home and you know you're at a trusted place and location. You got these things all connected. So let's say that you're at home. You're connected to your Galaxy Buds. You want to go inside of your phone. Once it's connected, you can see that the phone is unlocked by Smart Lock, a simple swipe, and you're in. Now let's just say that maybe some of your friends came over, you're connected to a large Bluetooth soundbar at your house, and you're walking away from your phone. And so let's say that you go through, and because there's more people at your house, maybe just guests, friends, people you don't know, maybe distant relatives, and you don't want them to go into your phone. So one of the things you're able to do is lock up your device. And how you can do that is by simply tapping on that little lock button, and then as you walk away, Nobody's going to go into your phone until you unlock it again. Now, because you went back to your phone, you gave it the credentials to unlock, it's going to stay unlocked this entire time, all the way until you lock it again. So now you can walk to the kitchen, get the popcorn, and know that nobody can get into your phone. But I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit on subscribe. You subscribe here on the very bottom left-hand side, this little circle. If you liked this video, then more than likely, you'll also like this video as well. And I'll see you guys later.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want.